Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, January 27th, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Now, I believe in transparency, and yesterday I came into a significant sum of money. I was part of a class action lawsuit against Equifax for allowing my data to be breached, and well, now I need to call Ann Alsina to find out how to best invest that $5.21. Oh, and by significant, I meant significantly small. Well, there is a bunch of news, and we have canines and Crosstreks, so let's sit back and get into it, shall we? The Anne Arundel County Police are investigating the first county homicide of the year. On Wednesday night, police were called to the shooting in the parking lot of the Ridgeview Plaza Shopping Center in Hanover. On arrival, they found 26-year-old Marcus Nocho of Odenton suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to a local trauma center where he died from the injuries. Police do not have a suspect in custody yet, and anybody with any information is asked to call 410-222-4731. They're also investigating a bank robbery that never happened. It was at the Wells Fargo branch on Ritchie Highway in Glen Burnie. A woman with a blonde wig, denim hat, black Champion t-shirt, and yellow surgical mask passed a note to a teller asking for money and warning them not to sound the alarm. As the teller was complying, the suspect said, "Hey, give me the note back," and walked out empty-handed. I guess she saw some flaws in her plans. The Annapolis police have identified the man killed while riding his bike on Tuesday night. His name was Zarko Peruza, and he was 74 years old, and his bike was his only means of transportation to get to and from his job at the Safeway. He was hit by a vehicle that did not stop. His family has started a GoFundMe fundraiser to help with his burial expenses, and he did not have insurance to cover the burial. If you can help, we do have a link at eyeonannapolis.net, and if you can't help, please go there anyway and share that link. So tragic. If you live in Medina, the county health department wants to know if you or a pet had contact with a raccoon lately. They found a rabid one in the 1200 block of Magathie Road yesterday, and if you or your pet came into contact, please contact the health department at 410-222-7254, and also do that if your pet has some unexplained wounds. Hey, this really makes me happy. The Anne Arundel County Schools announced the winners of the MoGABA Positivity and Perseverance Awards yesterday, and congrats go out to Uraldi Hernandez, Maisie Barber, Kate Reimel, and Ming Miller. Now, the award is named after MoGABA, who was a student who died in July of 2020. He was a super sports fan and suffered through 4 bouts of cancer, the first at 9 months old. He was blind, he never let adversity get him down, and he spent 75% of his life in a hospital. The kid flipped coins at Ravens games. He read a draft pick on a Braille card, which is now in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's the first time it was ever done. He died a month after graduating from middle school and hours after being inducted into the Orioles Hall of Fame. I had the opportunity to meet him once and his mom, Sunsi, and I'll tell you, he was a character, and his verve and positivity will remain with me always. He really is missed. And if you ever wondered why the M and the O in the Ravens end zones are gold and a different color than the rest of the logo, well, that's MoGABA. Donut fans rejoice. Blondie's Donuts has opened up their storefront in Edgewater at 8 Mayo Road. They are open from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., and I hear a rumor that their donuts are amazing. I will have to go check them out. You can also get them at various farmers markets and other partner stores. I know like Bread and Butter Kitchen has some of them. It seems like Edgewater is becoming a confectionery town with black market bakers and now Blondie's. And because it's Friday, we're back with our weekly Canines and Crosstreks. The SPCA has the canines and Subaru has the Crosstreks, and every Friday we get to play with an adoptable pup. At noon, you want to check out eyeonannapolis.net for the irresistible photos and information on how you can give our pup of the week their forever home. Do you have some room in your heart or your home for a loyal companion? Be sure to hang out and check out our segment with Bailey, who's an older Great Dane who was adopted as a pup at the Anne Arundel County SPCA and now has returned after the death of her owner. She's huge, she's chill, a perfect companion. And as we wrap it up, do me a favor and sign up for our weekly newsletter of events in the area. It goes out on Fridays at 12:30 p.m. You can sign up on the form at ionannapolis.net, or I'm going to leave a link right here in the show notes. Many thanks in advance, as always. Here is some podcast news for you. Tomorrow on the Local Business Spotlight, as long as I get it edited up, will be Ray Crosby from Crosby Marketing Communications. And next week, Geeks on God. All right, now it is time to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope that we add some value to your world. And if we do, please leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, WTMD, and Alpha Engineering. It is Friday and the weekend is here, so now it's time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. Other than that, we're going to see you on Monday. So now hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with the only locally forecast weather report you're going to find. And Billy from Annapolis Subaru and Kelly from the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Bailey and yours truly are coming up with K9s and Crosstreks. All that in just a bit. Hang tight.
Face it, your kids are young, you're older than ever, and musically, your life is a demographic nightmare until now. TMD's Saturday Morning Tunes live concert series is back, this time in Annapolis with Jimmy's Chicken Shack. Throw the whole gang in the minivan of destiny and meet us at Maryland Hall for a family-friendly set by the righteously rockin' Jimmy's Chicken Shack, Saturday morning, February 11th. Tickets are cheap, parking is free, and music the whole fam can enjoy is priceless. So join us as Jimmy's Chicken Shack comes home to roost at Maryland Hall in Annapolis, Saturday, February 11th at 10 a.m. Made possible in part by the Peabody Institute of the Johns Hopkins University. Tickets online at WTMD.org.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, January 27th. Yesterday brought a return of sunshine, though it was a bit windy too across the Annapolis region, and while it will be more of the same today, the weekend ahead should be a good one. Look for average January temps today in the 40 to 45 degree range, 4 p.m. highs with slightly breezy winds gusting over 20 miles per hour. At times, to be followed by more sun tomorrow with highs near 50 degrees, ahead of more upper 40s to lower 50s Sunday, though skies will be cloudy to close out the weekend. As for next week, expect more clouds Monday with highs once again near 50 degrees, ahead of another round of rain Tuesday and Wednesday, with temps staying above average in the upper 40s to maybe mid-50s in spots. But stay tuned for updates after that, as we could see at least a brief return of wintertime conditions late next week. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. Don't forget, follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to not only download the DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, but also subscribe to our new weekly newsletter on our website, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, melting Nothing else can make me feel so fine.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
Well, today we are joined by, I don't know if it's the queen of the SPCA or maybe the princess, but it is Bailey, and she is...
What you're talking about, Kelly?
Oh, goodness.
The queen of the SPCA. Should. She's beautiful.
She's giant. It's like half a horse, and she is a combination Mastiff and...
Great Dane.
That's a
she's
big dog.
Gorgeous. Yeah, she's 7 years old and 11 months. Exactly. And 25 days. But she actually came here as a puppy, and she was in the litter of 11 other puppies. And
She came here over 7 years ago?
Yes. And she was a puppy, and she got adopted. And I'm going to get teary-eyed, but her owner just passed away.
Oh, my
So she's back here with us. So we're going to make sure we find her a really good home. But you can see she's sad. But she came here back to us in December, and we got her right to foster because a shelter is not a good place for an older Dane.
We got to find a good home for her, though.
We
She
have
is-
to find a good home for her because she is amazing. She's been in my office just for 2 days now, and she literally goes to the door and knocks on it with her nose and lets us know that she wants to go outside. So that is a housebroken dog.
Yes.
She's quiet. You can see that she's very gentle. And so we're looking for a calm home that she can just kind of hang out. And we have this nice big bed. Obviously, not a lot of steps. You know, we'd love her to be able to just walk straight up. She loves to take walks. She's very interested and curious about squirrels and everything. I noticed that this morning. So I don't think she's the watchdog. If you're looking for a watchdog, I think she's, the companion.
But that's why you guys do the meetings before you adopt. Yeah, I think that's I remember when we adopted Louie, it was such a important part of the process because you don't know how your kids are going to react or how your other animals are going to react, and it's kind of nerve-wracking.
I know. And some people probably feel we go a little overboard, but we believe there's no such thing. It's better to find out early on, and we want it to be a successful adoption and a good fit. So, we do ask that everyone in the family meets, and you obviously bring in your dogs if you have any, so that way we can make sure that they all are getting along. And obviously, anything can happen. It may not be a good fit, and that's why we're here. If it doesn't work out as it should, but at the same time, we definitely work as hard as we can before the adoption to make sure
that doesn't happen. Sure.
Proactive versus reactive.
There you go, Billy. That's how you run.
You guys are so smart.
Yeah.
Kelly, I have a question for you. How many kennels do you guys have?
Well, right now we have 36 kennels in our dog room.
Okay.
But because the one building got destroyed in August, we had 40 runs in there. And so for the dogs, obviously we're down 40 some runs, which is a problem. And it hasn't been good because, as we know, we have an influx, with a lot of the pandemic pups coming back. So
how many spaces will you have in the new building?
We are going to be probably be able to have a capacity of like 4 times that amount.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. It's going to be amazing. So we'll be able to take in more cats and more dogs.
What are you doing at this point when you're 40? I mean, your demand is not down as far as animals.
Right.
What do you do with
foster homes? Lots of foster homes. Yeah. And
which is what we talked about a little bit last week is, go foster.
Also, we have our other areas here in the admin building, which is our older building, but we do have some space back in our recovery area of our clinic.
Now, Kelly, question for you again. I hear that you're doing like the NASCAR approach. You can sponsor them. You can put your...
Now, the NASCAR approach would mean that we would put signs all over the Subarus, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're not doing that.
Okay,
you're doing
all
that
right.
with your kennels.
Yes.
Which I love. Tell me about that.
Okay, so we have the Adopt a Kennel and Adopt a Cage program here at the SPCA, and we have for some time now. And what it is that a business or a person, you could do it in honor of or in memory of, however you'd like to do it, and you can pay to sponsor that particular run or that kennel or cage, and you get a sign put up, which helps to promote your business, or you can share, the in memory or in honor of with the community. And that helps to pay for the animals that are going to be in that particular run. And obviously there's a turnover and stuff, but, helps to pay for the food and the medications for that particular animal that's in that cage or run or kennel.
That's pretty cool.
We also have some cages available at paws at the mall too, which is nice. So it's a different environment. So you can also adopt a cage there, which would be a cat cage or one of the small animals.
Petite cages?
Petite cages, that's right.
Cool. I'm picturing here, though, like somebody comes in to look at a dog, they fall in love, and then in that magical moment of them falling in love, they look up and they see Annapolis Subaru.
There you go.
Right there. And then they're like, wow.
Yeah.
Subaru, dogs, maybe we should go to Annapolis Subaru after this, after we adopt our new lifelong best friend. And
You know, Subaru has great things for pets, though, in the cars, which I really want you to share with the community. Because
we have a whole pet accessory line.
Totally. When I was looking at the Crosstrek, I looked and it was like endless, though. It was this and that and everything for that.
What do you mean a pet accessory line?
Oh, you can get seat covers that are, padded and waterproofed and pet friendly. You can get... Also, you get ramps that go up into the back of the car for exactly.
Yes, Bailey would need that.
There's all sorts of stuff that you can do and accessorize your vehicle with the Subaru.
How many different models does Subaru make?
So we've got the smallest model is going to be the BRZ, which is like a little sports car. Then you've got the Impreza, which is going to be our smaller sedan. You can also get that in a hatchback, and then the Legacy, which is a sedan. And then the Crosstrek. Then you have the Forester, the Outback, and the Ascent. Now the Solterra.
But Subaru does cater to the pet parents and the dog owners. Yeah. I really believe that.
We're gonna adopt a cage.
Are you really? That is so nice.
We're gonna do it. I would like to do the outside dog yard.
Which is visible from the parking lot.
lot.
That's right. We have we have the dog room cage, the front lobby cat cage, which is always fun, and that's here at the main shelter. And then we have the cat shelter cages that are in the cat room.
How long does the sponsorship last?
A year.
A year? Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
What are the price ranges?
They range from anywhere from $150 to $5,000. I wanted to mention to everyone that we do have our Hearts and Hounds Mall Walk that's going to be coming up, and that's February 19th at the Annapolis Westfield.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And that what, you just do laps in the mall?
That's what you do. You walk the mall with your pooch.
This is great. I hope Bailey finds a home soon.
Yes.
She has to.
She's absolutely beautiful. Look at those little velvet ears.
If you want to adopt Bailey, and you really should, because she's just going to be just a wonderful companion for somebody, AACSPCA.org is where you want to go to get that started. And then you come on in here and meet Bailey, and then be prepared for the inquisition from the staff here at the SPCA to make sure that you're the right person.
Yeah, you got to be particular. This is a special dog. This is their second time here.
She is special. They're all special.
I know they're all special, but that's like... I don't know.
She started here.
That hurts my heart.
I know.
Well, and it would be much simpler to buy a Subaru.
Yes.
The process is a lot easier if you need to do
It's less emotional.
There's no background checks required.
It's more fun to do both. Buy a Subaru and adopt a dog. How do you like that?
Yeah, we're pretty close to it. You can do both in the same day.
That's right. We'll do a deal, won't we?
Yeah. Yeah. If you bring in your animal that you just adopted from the SPCA, maybe we'll work something out.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, if you want to do that, AnnapolisSubaru.com is where you want to go, and you want to talk to Billy Stadler there, and he'll put you in touch with the star salespeople that are there. If you have any room in your heart or your home for Bailey or anybody else, you definitely want to go to AAC, SPCA, or come on down here and check them all out. They're beautiful. They're all looking for their forever homes. And, again, as always, thank you to Kelly Brown for all that you're doing here. And, honestly, Billy, you guys, the way Annapolis Subaru supports the SPCA has been pretty phenomenal.
It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues. This is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at EyeOnAnnapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.